Karyn Bryant for MMA H.E.A.T. I'm here with Chad Money Mendes. Yep. He is an undefeated featherweight in the UFC, and today you guys are doing a demo for the THQ Undisputed 3 game. How'd you get involved in this?
You know, they let us come in yesterday and actually play the video game, and honestly, growing up, I was never really a gamer. I mean, kind of played the Mario Brothers and that kind of stuff. I think the stuff everyone did, but coming in there yesterday and playing that game was awesome. Being able to see myself on the screen, get to pick me actually on there, and whoop up on people. It's just cool.
Yeah, I always wonder what that's like for people in the video game the first time you see it. And I mean, did you feel that?
It was weird. I mean, I never would have expected growing up that I'd ever be in a video game, but and like I said, I don't really play video games very much, but after playing that, I'm gonna go buy one for sure. I mean, I have to. I'm in the game.
They won't give you a comp?
I don't know. Someone else was saying that too. I guess I better push for it, huh?
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. Well, it's funny. I played. They had a party, and I played as Anderson, and I'm not much of a gamer either, but I kick some butt, and it's fun, and I kind of like that you didn't have to be that proficient. You could kind of button mash and still kick some butt.
Yeah, that's all I do. I just button mash the whole time because I have no idea what I'm doing in there. But
well, that's what Chuck said he did after the fight with Rampage too. He said, I had no clue, just mash, mash, mash.
Just pushing him, yeah. I actually rematched Eric Koch. Oh, nice. Yeah, we got to go in there and had a little rematch. He kicked my butt, but he's a gamer.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. What do you think about the realism in it? I mean, that's one thing I've gotten questions from some fans so far. How's the gameplay? How does it feel? How realistic is it? What's your opinion on that?
I mean, I played the other two, and I thought both of them were great. But this one, I mean, it's unbelievable how much detail they put into this. I mean, down to moles. Like you can see moles on people's faces, and the tattoos are identical. The movements. I mean, even we were making fun of Eric because he gets in there and does this crazy little movements in the octagon, and it's all identical. So I was actually asking the guys how they do it, and they said they just study a bunch of our fights and really get down the movements and put it in. So that's pretty cool.
Now, I've talked to Joe B135, of course, Joseph Benavidez, about the fact that he would never fight Uriah. You guys are all teammates together, but I have a feeling this is the way we can get you to fight each other. Yeah.
Actually, those two went at it, but they swapped. So Joe played as Uriah and Uriah played as Joe. And
who won?
I don't know actually who won. We'll have to ask Uriah after this, but they were talking about it last night at the little cocktail party we were at.
Yeah, how do you feel about that in all seriousness, about fighting teammates? In your case, those guys are not in your class now, but would you do it?
It's such a touchy subject, and we get asked that a lot, but I think if it was the right circumstances, I think it would happen. I mean, obviously the money would have to be right, and it would have to be for a belt. I mean, I wouldn't do it any way otherwise. But yeah, definitely for the belt, and the money has to be good. And I mean, because really we get in there and beat the crap out of each other every day. It wouldn't be a whole lot different. I mean, we've honestly knocked each other out before. We've submitted each other. I mean, it's not going to be a whole lot different, except for now we're getting paid for it, and it's in front of a whole bunch of people. So it is kind of weird though. With those little gloves, it's going to be a little bit awkward, but definitely I think if like I said, the situation was right. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about your chances for a title fight. You're undefeated. Jose Aldo just beat Kenny Florian. And are you next in line then? And what have you heard about that? And when do you think that could happen?
Well, I mean, I haven't signed anything yet. I know I'm telling my managers, and they're telling me we're pushing for it. That's what we want. I honestly believe I'm next in line. I should, 11-0 kind of speaks for itself. And, I think I'm the one that should be in there next. So, I'm pushing hopefully for the beginning of this next year sometime. We don't know where it's going to be or anything yet, but, hopefully it happens.
Well, I know Chael Sonnen is here, and Chael is good at getting under people's skin. Oh, yeah. And some people complain about his methods. Oh, he's bullying Anderson, but maybe you need to get in there and bully a little bit and be more vocal about it. Not that you need to, be the same as Chael, but maybe there's a case to be made for really, really getting out there and asking for it.
Yeah, and my managers have actually talked to me about this. It's hard for me because it's not really in my personality to be the bully. But, it's definitely something. I mean, Chael is a genius when it comes to marketing. I mean, we all see, you hear people say, oh, the guy's an idiot, he always talks too much. But, I mean, it's all business. I mean, and he's a genius when it comes to that. So, yeah, I definitely could take a page out of that book and maybe pick up a little from him. So we'll see.
Yeah, he's an interesting character because he's very smart, and he can piss you off so badly, and then you have to go, but damn, he's entertaining. Like, he's a very complicated man.
I don't know how he comes up with that stuff. I mean, he has to sit in front of the mirror just practicing that stuff every night, because some of that stuff, I mean, it's flawless, and it's like he just set it off the fly, you know. So I don't know how he does this stuff.
He's pretty great. So we are in Vegas, of course. Are you a gambler? Do you play the tables? What do you do?
A little bit. Not for the most part. I like to keep my money. I work hard for it, so I don't like to give it away. But you know, if I have a little bit of extra spending money, I'll get in there and play a little bit. I like craps. Roulette's pretty fun too, but not so much a card guy. But yeah, craps is pretty fun.
And do you have any thoughts on BJ versus Nick or any of the other fights on the UFC 137 card?
You know, first off, let's talk about that headbutt. I heard, did he cut his lip?
Oh, I don't know about that. I didn't see him cutting his lip. I saw them going sort of head to head and kind of gnashing. I don't think Nick was going to throw a punch. That's my guessing on that. But I didn't hear about the cut lip.
Yeah, I've heard different. Like I said, I didn't get to see it, but I heard that he walked up and headbutted and like cut BJ's lip. I mean, I don't know if that's someone exaggerating or what, but they were basically just staring down, just getting forehead to forehead. Yeah, so.
And you know, I think it's also because Nick is taller, and so if Nick comes in like this, grinds forehead, it's like, well, it looks like he's ready to do it, but I don't think he really was.
Yeah, and I think both guys, their style of fighting, I know the Diaz brothers for sure, they have to hate you. So, I mean, you know, they get in there and they figure out a way to hate you before the fight, and then they're cool with you after. So, you know, I think that's just his way of doing that. But, you know, I think that's going to be a great fight. Honestly, I could see it going both ways, but you know, I'm going to say Nick's going to come away with a win. You know, his boxing is incredible. I think BJ's going to have to try and get him down to the ground, but I mean, we know he has great jiu-jitsu also. So, you know, BJ's got the lesser of the reach, and you know, I think Nick's going to just keep him at bay and tear him up with his hands.
Yeah, we never know what's going to happen, and that's why this sport is so awesome.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, great. Thanks for talking with us, and we hope to see you soon in the octagon.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.